And so the scripture is telling us here, the coming of a massive earthquake is going to, for one, it's going to move the mountains and the islands out of their places. This passage of scripture, when it says mountain and it says island, is talking about big nations and small nations. A 12 earthquake is something that we've never felt before. So when you're sharing with a person and the person says to you, this kind of circular logic that actually frightens me, when I'm in the presence of people who cannot think, I'm not going to hold back, because God said to deliver these messages with even more candor than I usually do. Facing people who are not able to think logically frightens me, especially when they're the kind of person who doubles down, triples down, and quadruples down on being wrong. You say to a person that the Lord is warning us to evacuate from California because there's going to be a 12 earthquake, and then they say that's not possible. And then you say to them why, and then they say that's not possible, and you say, yes, I heard you, but why are you saying it's not possible? And then what they bring out as proof that it cannot happen is to say, because it's never happened before. So the reason that it's not possible for an earthquake to happen is because it's never happened before. This is the very kind of logic that confronted Noah and defeated him up until the moment that he sailed away, after which he was definitely the hero and everybody else was the loser. So the reason that you're saying that it's not possible, that God told me that rain is going to fall from up there, so we're not going to have the mist that has been watering the earth from the ground since the days of Eden. No, a new thing is declared. Water will come down from the heavens. I'm trying to tell you that the reason I'm building this large floating device, far bigger than the ones that we use as we travel to Greece and everywhere else, you're trying to tell me that it's not possible because it's never happened before. How is it's never happened before an exclusion of the fact that it can happen? Like, every baby that is born on this earth has never happened before. We've never had that human before, right? We've had their father growing up and their mother growing up, but then through various variables that bring that particular man and that particular woman together, we get a new human who was not imagined anywhere else except in the mind of God. So every time a baby is born, we experience something besides the actuality of the birth and a new human. That person is a brand new iteration of reality that previously did not exist until their progenitors, mom and dad, came together to make that new human. Can you confront any single one of us and tell us, well, I can't believe that you're real because technically speaking, you've never happened before. Not only has each one of us never happened before, we never will again. No matter how your child resembles you, your child is not you. This is the logic that overfloods the surface of the earth at this time. I can't believe you because what you're talking about is something that I never heard before. These are the same people who will go on social media and find out that there's an unknown monkey tree tribe, right? That grows bananas out of their left eyes and say, wow, I didn't know that. And they will absolutely believe that thing that is in front of them that they did not know previously, and not disavow it by saying, I cannot believe this because I never heard of it before. But then when you have verbal conversations with them that contain God's speech, then the reason that they rebuff it and throw it away is because they say, it's never happened. I went on Google and it says it's never happened. No, I'm part of a Reddit chat thread and they say it's statistically impossible. This is what people are telling their loved ones who are telling them to evacuate from a place that God says he's going to tear like a sheet of paper, drop the other one into the sea, and then sink the other one forever. A new coastline for the west coast of America, Yah says. And then people say, oh no, it can't happen because it's never happened before. Living on a world that has rearranged itself several times, that they can agree that they've seen it on the History Channel, and they can agree that they've seen it in their history books. They can see that they say, oh, the continents used to be together. So the massive forces that tore them apart, right? They can agree to an ice age, they can agree to a stone age, they can agree to every age, but the fact is that all the ages have stopped. Why? Because they're alive now and they have a Hulu subscription. So why would God do that? This is the kind of brain that we are confronted with in the end times. And I always endeavor, I'm at pains to tell the people on this channel that this is overwhelmingly the brain that is waiting for you out there. Once terrible things start to happen, they will panic like puppies who have lost sight of their owner in the supermarket. Just sit down in a pile and pee on themselves. You will be nurturing catatonic state grown men whose name was hubby last week. Then he will be in bed sucking his thumb, expecting you to pull through. Now you have to turn into Mrs. Rambo. Why? Because his arrogance and his pride has brought your entire family, his kids, that he should be stewarding through a difficult time. He will be in a catatonic state due to catastrophic events. His whole family under the waves. He didn't believe you. He would not even place a single phone call to them. He was busy mocking you and telling them, they're going to think I'm weird. They're going to think I'm weird. Now, guess what? He's gone from a family of 6 to being the only surviving orphan. That is supposed to somehow be your problem now as the wife, right? Because what they're going to do is they're going to rise up and take exactly 0.00% responsibility. Now, when their foolishness has cost them either their lives or all that they care for or all the ones that they ever called loved ones, they're going to turn on you. They're going to accuse you of being smug when you're not, as if you're not capable of compassion, as if you too are not being traumatized by these world events that they will be relentlessly streaming on every channel in the world. They will turn on you out of their grief, out of their pain, because why blame themselves? Why examine their own ego that has cost them a loss? No, it's you.